So in this video, we're going to briefly go over what the difference between theoretical and experimental probability. So in the previous video, we went over briefly about what theoretical probability was. And now we're going to be comparing and contrasting theoretical probability and experimental probability. Okay, so theoretical probability, if you don't recall from the previous video, is the chance that something will happen. It's how likely it is the event is to occur. So again, the formula was probability equals possible ways over total number of outcomes. Now, what makes a game fair? Fair is when all outcomes are equally likely. Now, that's what theoretical probability is. Now, the difference between both this is theoretical probability, right over here, is what you expect. This is what you expect to happen. It's an educator. You're expecting this to happen, right? That's the problem. Now, an experimental probability would be what actually happens. So that's the difference between both theoretical and experimental probability. So in the theoretical probability is what we're expecting. And in experimental probability is what actually happens. So of course there was some data collected, it was actually tested. And while theoretical is probably before what you were expecting to happen, right? Sometimes what you were expecting, it's correct, right? So theoretical is what you expect to happen, and experimental is what actually happens. So hopefully this video helped you to find the difference between theoretical and experimental probability.